klien kita Pak Ruhid ini diperiksa di Polres. Yang kita tidak tahu apa pemeriksaan itu. Sampai sekarang belum ada jawabannya. Kemarin minta ketemu dengan mereka, itu belum bisa ketemu. Katanya ketemunya di Jakarta, sampai sekarang di Jakarta pun belum bisa ketemu. Artinya prosesnya seperti apa, pasal yang dituduhkan seperti apa. Nah tentunya keluarganya harus tahu.
Moving on to the updates of the regional elections, authorities recently held classes regarding the 2024 regional heads elections for tens of individuals with disabilities in Depok, West Java. This took place ahead of the regional heads election on November the 27th.
Meanwhile, the Health Ministry is set to assign medical staff across voting venues in Jakarta to anticipate over-exertion among election officials. The Depok Election Commission and the Indonesian Association of Persons with Disabilities recently held election classes involving 70 disabled individuals from 8 sub-districts. They were introduced to candidate pairs who run in the West Java gubernatorial election and those who run in the Depok mayoral election. And officials also ensured that participants were registered to vote. And furthermore, the Depok Elections Commission has prepared facilities which accommodate the visually impaired. Authorities are hoping that these measures can boost voters' participation in Depok to 80%.
Targetnya sebenarnya nggak terlalu muluk-muluk, tapi paling tidak kita semuanya tahu calon-calon yang luar biasa dari Kota Depok dan juga Jawa Barat. Terus juga bagaimana sih apakah kita sudah terdaftar di pemilihan, ya kan, pemilih tetap, gitu kan, di DPT atau belum? Itu nanti tadi juga ditanyakan oleh teman-teman semuanya.
Meanwhile, head of the Jakarta Elections Commission Public Participation and Voter Education Division, Astri Megatari, recently ensured that medical staff will be on hand across various venues during the voting day. The Jakarta Elections Commission also ensured that the civil registration will visit voters who have yet to receive electronic IDs.
Kemudian dalam hal koordinasi terkait dengan Dinas Kesehatan juga tadi sudah menyampaikan kepada kami bahwa mereka menyiapkan petugas medisnya di tingkat kelurahan kecamatan. Jadi kalau misalnya nanti ada situasi-situasi dari petugas KPPS kami di TPS yang mungkin mengalami kelelahan ataupun semacamnya, itu dapat segera ditangani secara medis. Terkait dengan kependudukan itu dari Kepala Dinas Dukcapil juga sudah memastikan bahwa nanti dari mereka akan mendukung jemput bola. Jadi bagi para pemilih yang memang belum mendapatkan belangko KTP elektronik, mereka bersiap untuk melaksanakan jemput bola sehingga para pemilih dipastikan dapat memiliki KTP elektroniknya pada hari pemungutan suara. Kira-kira seperti itu.
The Makassar Election Supervisory Board and Elections Commission recently dismantled thousands of campaign props ahead of the 2024 Regional Heads Elections silent period.
A similar operation also took place in Pekanbaru Riau, where officers dismantled posters of candidates. Authorities started dismantling campaign props along several roads in 15 sub-districts across Makassar, South Sulawesi at 12 a.m. Central Indonesia time. The operation involved personnel from the Makassar Election Supervisory Board, Elections Commission, Civil Order Agency, and Sub-District Elections Supervisory Office. Authorities dismantled thousands of campaign props of all shapes and sizes, especially those which were nailed to trees.
4 candidate pairs are vying to become Makassar mayor and deputy mayor for the next 5 years. Meanwhile, 2 candidate pairs are running to become governor and deputy governor of South Sulawesi.
Nah, terkait dengan pasangan calon, kemarin sudah ada yang mengkonfirmasi pasangan calon untuk mereka akan menurunkan juga timnya besok untuk menurunkan secara sukarela. Jadi kami berharap kepada seluruh pasangan calon hari ini yang berkontestasi untuk kesadaran menurunkan timnya secara sukarela untuk membersihkan juga alat peraga kampanye yang sudah dipasang karena ini sudah masuk masa tanam.
Meanwhile, General Elections Commission's officers dismantled campaign props that were spread across Pekanbaru in Riau on Sunday morning. Authorities also took down campaign props alongside roads at the Tenayan Raya sub-district.
Terkait kegiatan pagi hari ini kita adalah pembongkaran APK yang difasilitasi oleh KPU Kota maupun Provinsi dan pasangan calon. Jadi menjelang hari tenang ini kita sudah menertibkan semua APK yang ada di jalan-jalan protokol maupun jalan-jalan lingkungan. Untuk tuah negeri ada 3 titik yang dipasang, itu Jalan Budi Luhur, Jalan 70, dan Jalan Budi Agung.
All right, after this quick break, we'll have Paul set to bring you some sports updates. So, what do you have for us today?
Thanks, Shanaz. We have plenty of sports from the weekend, starting with racing, as Max Verstappen, with a couple of races remaining left in the season, has clinched the F1 World Championship, his 4th title in a row. And speaking of racing, yes, Thierry Neuville, always a bridesmaid, never a bride? Well, not in this case, as after Rally Japan, he has wrapped up the WRC Championship title as well. And speaking of titles, Yannick Sinner has guided Italy to a back-to-back Davis Cup win as Italy took down the Netherlands in Malaha. And while not so great news from Indonesian sports, as Jojo was forced to take a loss in the finals of the China Masters, and also from Indonesia basketball, Indonesia's national team took a loss against Thailand here at home at Indonesia Arena. All that and more when we return here on the C Morning Show. Stay tuned. Your Monday morning sports update is coming up next.
Isu-isu sustainability ini dalam konteks bagaimana kita peduli kepada bumi,
bagaimana mengelola yang terbuang dapat menjadi manfaat.
Salah satu upaya saya untuk mencintai alam dan merawat bumi. Kita membuat si tanaman nyaman seperti habitat aslinya.
Kita sangat percaya bahwa ini harus menjadi awareness dan harus dilakukan oleh setiap orang.
Solar ini dari Indonesia, khususnya dari Sulawesi Selatan dan Tenggara, terus dari Maluku sampai ke Raja Ampat, Papua.
Untuk mama sendiri atau Polypterus ini dia itu cukup hardy sih. Jadi untuk range airnya sendiri bisa toleransi agak jauh. Jadi mungkin beberapa ikan cuma bisa di pH basah atau cuma bisa di pH asam. Dia bisa di pH sekitar 5 sampai 8 itu dia masih oke.
Di sini saya pikir wah ternyata kami bisa merasa nyaman dengan hunian tradisional itu yang tidak perlu AC.
Sebenarnya karena kita di negara tropis gitu ya, maka rumah ini pasti otomatis harus arsitekturnya juga tropis gitu ya.
Fungsi hunian itu bagi saya adalah tempat kita ingin kembali, dimana di dalam rumah itu kita merasakan nyaman, merasakan bahagia, mungkin dari sekarang hingga sampai kita tua nanti.
It's a tale of two bits.
How you feel, mate?
I really want to see if I can find a heartbeat on the little kids.
1, 2, 3. Come on, man. Good girl. Good girl.
He's quite bad, isn't he?
Yeah, you can hear him.
Yeah, you can hear him now. Jeez.
We're going to look after her and try and make her all better.
Hi, Mummy.
Great. That's a lot better. Happy with that.
Lisa Chimes, and as an emergency vet,
all right, sweetie,
I've dedicated my life to saving animals' lives.
Look at your messy face.
Now I'm venturing out of the hospital to raise awareness about animal welfare and give mistreated and abandoned pets a new start in life. I'm going to match each orphan with a loving family, one pet at a time.
We have the latest global economy and business trends.
U.S. Federal Reserve on Thursday slashed interest rates by 25 basis points.
And astute analyses from experts on the current economic dynamics.
We see right here the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped to 159.
Tune in to See Today Business live at 12:30 p.m. every Monday to Thursday and at 1 p.m. on Fridays.
Hi everyone, welcome back. You're you're still with us here on the C Morning Show. It is 6:30 in the a.m. and it's time for your weekend roundup from the world of sports. Italy won the Davis Cup for the second consecutive year when Yannick Sinner defeated Talon Griekspoor of the Netherlands on Sunday. The world #1 men's tennis player has capped off a memorable year by defeating Talon Griekspoor 7-6 and 6-2 to help Italy take the Davis Cup home. Sinner has performed exceedingly well this year and won 2 Grand Slam titles as well as the ATP Finals. Prior to Sinner's victory, Matteo Berrettini initially gave Italy the lead when he defeated Botic van de Zandschulp. Griekspoor more than held his own in the opening set before Sinner launched his attack in the tiebreak and won by 7 points to 2. Griekspoor broke Sinner's early break in the second, but gifted the Italian his next service game with a double fault. This marked a turning point in the clash as Sinner reeled off 4 games in a row to secure the Davis Cup title for Italy. This also marks Italy's 3rd title in the elite men's team competition, while Netherlands had competed in their first ever Davis Cup final. Yes, this marks the first Davis Cup final for the Netherlands, but nevertheless, their dream run ended in disappointment. This loss also coincided with the retirement of former doubles world #1 Wesley Koolhof. Sinner's dominant year continued with his performance in the final. His powerful serves and precise shots were too much for Griekspoor to handle, despite the Dutchman putting up a strong fight in the first set. The 23-year-old Italian's achievements this year includes 8 singles titles, his first Australian Open and US Open wins, and finishing the year as the ATP World #1. And with 70 ATP Tour wins, Sinner has solidified his status as the best player in the world. Now, let's not forget, Matteo Berrettini played a crucial role in Italy's success, winning all 6 of his Davis Cup matches this season. Rightly nicknamed the Hammer, Berrettini's dominant display against Van de Zandschulp showcased his resilience and skill, delivering 16 aces and converting 3 break points in just 76 minutes. Berrettini's early efforts in the match gave Italy an early edge and set the stage for Sinner to finish the job. With this victory, Italy retains a Davis Cup trophy for the 2nd year in a row, reinforcing their dominance in men's tennis. And for Sinner, Berrettini, and the rest of the Italian team, this win caps off a memorable year filled with hard work and triumph. Speaking of triumph, the 2024 World Rally Championship title race had come down to the final race day of the season after Ottenak extended his overall lead, while Thierry Neuville moved into the points position at the 13th and last event on the schedule of Rally Japan.
Estonia's Tänak leads Britain's Alfyn Evans by 38 seconds after 16 stages, with Super Sunday still to come. 8-time champion Sébastien Ogier of France is more than 2 minutes down in 3rd place ahead of compatriot Adrien Fomo, home favorite Takamoto Katsuta, and Luxembourg's Grégoire Munster. Championship leader Thierry Neuville lies 7th after recovering from Friday's power issues. The Belgian sits 7th and has provisionally pocketed 4 championship points. He only needs 6 to win his first world title after 5 runner-up finishes in his career. Neuville came to Japan with 225 points, 25 ahead of Tänak. Evans, with 185, appears likely to finish 3rd overall.
And what an exciting final race it was in Rally Japan, and Alfyn Evans has won the season-ending Rally Japan as Thierry Neuville wrapped up his first ever WRC title. Belgian Neuville's overall victory was secured when Hyundai teammate Ottenak crashed out on the final morning while leading the rally. The Estonian's misfortune also handed Evans the Rally Japan victory and moved the Welsh driver above Tänak in the overall standings, taking 2nd place for the 4th time in 5 years. Evans's win also clinched the manufacturer's title for Toyota Gazoo Racing, which is consolation for missing out on the driver's prize for the first time in 6 years. Neuville started the final rally of the 13-race series with a 25-point lead over Tänak, so he needed to score just 6 points from the weekend to claim the driver's title. His hopes suffered a setback on Friday afternoon when a turbo problem saw him and co-driver Martin Uegdagi drop to 15th. But they did recover to climb the leaderboard before Tanak's stage 17 error handed his Hyundai teammate the title for the first time after 15 long years of trying. 5 times a runner-up at 5,533 days, Neuville's wait for the world crown had been the longest in WRC history, but very well deserved. Congratulations to Thierry Neuville. Now, not so great news, though, for the shuttlers from Indonesia as we move on to China, where Indonesia men's singles shuttler Jonathan Christie and men's doubles pair of Sabar Karyaman Gotama and Mohammad Reza Pahlavi Isfahani exit the 2024 China Masters after losing on Sunday. Danish shuttler Anders Antonsen defeated Jonathan Christie 21-15 and 21-13 to lift the men's singles title of the 2024 China Masters. Meanwhile, South Korean men's doubles pair of Jin Yong and Seo Sung-jae defeated their Indonesian counterparts Sabar Gotama and Mohammad Reza Isfahani in straight games. World number 1 South Korean shuttler An Se-young bested his Chinese counterpart Gao Fangjie 21-12, 21-8 in less than 40 minutes to win the women's singles title. And in addition, Chinese pair of Feng Yanzhe and Huang Dongbing defeated Malaysian pair of Hu Pangron and Cheng Yusin in 3 games to win the mixed doubles title. And Olympic silver medalists Liu Shengshu and Tan Ning won the all-Chinese women's doubles final after easing past Li Yijing and Luo Shumin. Bit of a tough pill to swallow for Jonathan Christie as he finishes as runner-up at the BWF Super 750 China Masters. In his first game, Christie struggled to maintain control of the court. He fell significantly behind his opponent, trailing 16-6 at one point. Despite a brief rally where he won 6 consecutive points to narrow the gap to 16-11, Antonsen ultimately took the game 21-15. And the second game, though, was a fierce battle with every point hard-fought. Christie led 8-6 early on, but Antonsen turned the tide, leading 11-8 at the interval. Christie fought back, launching more aggressive attacks, but Antonsen defended well and clinched the game 21-13 in 51 minutes. Nevertheless, well, congratulations to our men's duo as well as men's singles player for reaching the finals of the China Masters, hoping for better results the next tournament out. And let's move on to some basketball news now, where the Indonesian national basketball team suffered their 4th defeat at the 2025 FIBA Asian Cup qualifiers as they lost 112-71 to Thailand. The Indonesian men's basketball team faced Thailand at the 2025 FIBA Asian Cup qualifiers at home on Sunday night. Initially, Indonesia had taken the lead, but Thailand turned the tables and led 58-42 midway into the game. Former TLS Knights player Freddie Lish devastated Indonesia, scoring 31 points throughout the game. Things